Solo Ford's presentation of local sports on iTalk 106.7 FM and iTalk1067.com. Also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Beamer's Glass, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Summit Regional Medical Center, Horn Auto Center, and Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. And now, Solo Ford presents local sports on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Solo Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com. Give some love to the younger generation up and coming. Today we're featuring Silver Creek Little League we want to point out that our uniforms today are all sponsored by the Arizona Diamondbacks. So one team we have is the SERPIENTES, which is the Diamondbacks Gold City Connect, and the other team wearing Arizona across their chest, we're just going to refer to as the Diamondbacks. I'm Aaron Hewish, along with, we got RJ, Robin, and Mel, the production team, the best there is, getting things set up, getting ready to go. We're going to have some live baseball action. This is Solo Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com. We're going to go first to our Summit Healthcare injury report. And I don't even know if there's such a thing as injuries at this age. And if they are, they just kind of wipe them in the dirt or something and get back at it. Maybe a broken bone here and there, but nothing really to say. But we appreciate Summit Healthcare sponsoring our injury report. We're going to go straight to our Ace Hardware keys to the game. And the keys to the game for Little League Baseball are very simple. Fundamentals. Throw, hit, catch. Do that better than the other team and you have a chance to win. We appreciate all the people bringing us this game on a volunteer basis, the coaches. I think the umpires get a little bit of coin, but for the most part it's a volunteer organization, the people running the concession stand, and we appreciate all our sponsors bringing this for you. But our Ace Hardware keys to the game, that is going to be fundamental Little League Baseball. As we have gray versus gold this afternoon. The scoreboard not currently working, so we'll do our best to keep everything going. And I actually don't have a lot of, they don't have numbers on the front of their jerseys, so I'm doing my best to figure out who's who. And I can tell you that pitching for manager Isaac Bodden is going to be Bo Bodden, wearing number 1. I do know that that is Riggs Pollock playing first base. And so the outs of balls have been in. We're going to have a throw down here by the catcher. And we're getting ready for some exciting action here from the Silver Creek Little League Park. I'm Aaron Hewish, again, our production team. We are on a good crew today. Good people bringing in. It's a beautiful day here in Snowflake. I repeat, it is a beautiful day here in Snowflake. The wind is not blowing. As Bo Bodden, number 5, set to deliver. Leading off for the Gold Serpientes is Achilles Reedhead. And that is going to be a swing and a miss for strike 1. Now, the scoreboard not working, so I'm going to have to do my best to keep track of balls and strikes. That's going to be fouled away. Strike 2. 0-2. If I can figure it away. And that is going to be a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball. And if that hits your windshield, go see Mountain Mobile Auto Glass because you might need a new windshield. And this is Reedhead wearing number 9. Here's the pitch from Bodden, swing on, and that is going to be strike 3. It is missed, and he's going to take a chance to run. That is going to be catcher down to Pollock at first for the first out of the inning. That's going to go down right in the books as a K for the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up Chance McCleve, wearing number 2 for the Serpientes. Chance steps into the box, facing Bodden. Bodden pitching from kind of a half wind up there. That's going to be outside over the plate for strike 1. And McCleve looks at strike 1. Here goes Bo Bodden. There's the windup. There's the pitch. And Bodden is perfect right now. 5 for 5 on strikes. Here's the windup and the pitch from Baden. That's going to be swung on and missed. That is going to be strike 3 for the second out of the inning. Justin. What's up? Come visit me when you get a chance. There's a mic right here for you.
What are we doing?
Next up, we have Oscar Hernandez, and that is Baden's. And, you know, I don't want to curse the poor young man, but Baden is now 7 for 7 on strikes with 2 strikeouts, and that is the first strike to Hernandez. Here's the windup from Baden, the pitch, and that is swung on and missed. So I've seen it one other time, and that is what we call the immaculate inning, and that is 9 pitches, 3 strikeouts, 9 strikes in a row. So Baden, 1 pitch away from an immaculate inning. There goes the windup and the pitch, and that is outside. That is the first ball. So, like I said, I cursed the young man by bringing up the immaculate inning. So, 1 ball, 2 strikes on Hernandez. Here's the windup and the pitch from Baden, and that's going to be a base hit up the middle for Hernandez. That's going to be missed by the center fielder. Hernandez is going to turn, and he is looking all the way to 3. He's going to go, and that is going to go down as a single for Hernandez. A single, and we're going to have to unfortunately call that an error on the center fielder to allow him to get to 3rd. And that brings up number 3, Reedhead, batting cleanup for the Serpientas. Baden looking over the top of his glove, wind up, he throws, ball outside. Baden looking on.
Brigham, runner on 3rd. Be sharp.
Here's the pitch from Baden to Reedhead. That one swung on, and that's going to roll to a foul ball. And that puts Reedhead in a quick 0-2 hole. This is again a beautiful evening from Snowflake, Arizona, as the sun going to be setting here in a little bit and probably going to bring on a nice, beautiful evening chill. And there's this ground ball to second base, fielded, throw over, and that is no good. It is missed by the first baseman. As Pollock misses it, now the runner to second, he's going to go in safe. That's going to allow Hernandez to score, and that puts Reedhead on second base with an error on the first baseman early in this game. As manager Isaac Baden comes out to give some advice to Bo out there, and that brings up Weber. Houston Weber. That one swung on a miss for strike 1. Weber wearing number 7 for the Serpientas, the gold team. Nice close-up of Baden there. Here's Baden looking over his glove like a young Randy Johnson. That one swung on and missed for strike 2. Strike 2 from Baden.
I have a question. Where's the camera? Oh, I see it.
Here's the windup from Baden. Baden pauses, Here's the windup and the pitch. And that's going to be called strike 3, and that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. We're going to go ahead and take a break. This is Shola Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com. Mel, I think this first inning could probably roll 1.5 minutes, and when we get close, you got
Number 1 truck in America, Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Welcome back to Shiloh Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com as the Serpientes get 1 run on 1 hit. There is 2 errors, and there is a man left as we go to the bottom of the first inning. The Diamondbacks, wearing Arizona across their chest, will be coming up to bat. And getting my lineups here, looking who's who. It looks like doing the catching tonight will be Orion Hintz. And doing the pitching duties, can't get a number yet. I didn't get positions on the lineup, so my apologies. We'll get them as we can. But leading off for Arizona for the gray team is going to be Kenton Brimhall, wearing number 28. If I can get a number on this pitcher here. As we get a balls in coming down. The obligatory throw down after the inning. As we get set to bring you this bottom of the first inning here from Silver Creek Little League Park. And again, we had a pretty good thing rolling in that last inning. Old Bo Bodden was just 1 pitch away from that immaculate inning, that 9-pitch inning. But that was interrupted and base hit. So now we have Brimhall stepping in. Brimhall swings at the first offering. Excuse me. I just said swings at the first offering. Offers at the first. Now, I didn't know this until a few weeks ago, folks, but did you know why it's called a strike? I didn't know, but apparently it's an attempt, as there's a ball to Brimhall, it's an attempt to strike the ball is why they call it a strike. So if you attempt to strike it or it's in the zone where it can be struck, it is referred to as a strike. I had to look it up. I found out what I was, and I was right, as now we have a 2-1 count as the pitcher's just ready to go to Brimhall. Brimhall takes some steps out, and that pitcher says, I'm ready to go. And that one's going to be fouled back. I believe it's 2-2 on the batter. As we're in the bottom of the first inning here, we got Brigham Peterson on deck and Bo Bodden, the pitcher, in the hole. And that's going to be way outside for another ball. As I had a chance to visit with Isaac Bodden, the manager for the gray team, before the game, telling me some of the strategies and things that they're going to do, is that's going to go strike 3, and Kenton's going to go down swinging for out number 1, and that's going to bring up Brigham Peterson. Brigham steps into the box, ball inside. As now I can look at our replay monitor here. I try to get a name for this pitcher so we can give him his dues. That one falls outside. That is number 4. Number 4 is Tragan Green is the pitcher for the Gold Serpientes. And he has got his first batter out of the inning with 1 down. There's the windup in the pitch, and that one's going to be swung on. As it looks like Green's just doing his best to get the ball over the plate and trying to have his defense help him out back there, which is not a bad strategy. That one's Green fields it, and that's going to be no play attempted, as Peterson is going to be on with a hit as he gets a little dribbler back to the pitcher for the first runner for the gray team, as that brings up number 5, Bo Bodden, working as the pitcher this evening. Here's the offer for the pitch from Green. Bodden offers at it. Ground ball to shortstop. That one's going to be missed by shortstop, as that's going to be Peterson's going to round second base, and Bodden is going to be on with an error credited to the shortstop. One down here in the bottom of the first, and that brings up Irvin Hernandez batting in the cleanup spot, wearing number 7 as Green takes a little bit of a stretch, stretches that arm, looks into Hernandez. Takes a look at his runners, winds up, delivers, and that one's going to be fouled off towards the third base dugout for strike 1. Great. Those of you that are tuning in, hope you enjoy some baseball action. If you're a grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, an older sibling possibly, as that one's going to be hit way out into center field, and it's going to roll to the fence. Hernandez is going to get 2 RBIs off, but he's going to be looking at third as Hernandez looks third, and he's going to go with the stand-up triple as both Peterson and Bodden score to make the score 2-1, and Hernandez gets a nice little three-bagger, and that's going to bring up number 30, the first baseman, Riggs Pollock.
Yeah, it went right past center field, and then it rolled to the fence.
As we have a little bit of equipment issue, as looks like the catcher for the gold team had a little bit of a hiccup on his mask, so he's going to be having to borrow the gray teams. That's Little League Baseball for you. Just, hey, does yours work? Yep, get it out there. Let's play ball. I think we all have a story or two like that from Little League, as now Riggs settles in with a runner on third and one down here, as here comes Green with the pitch, and Riggs, he's going to foul that straight back. When it used to be where I was from, you would get a foul ball back to the concession stand for a snow cone. Don't know if they do that anymore, but that does actually sound pretty good right now. As here's Green, the windup, and Pollock's going to foul another one back. He's down in a little bit of a hole, 0-2. One down here in the bottom of the first. We've got Hernandez with a nice triple, standing on third base, and Pollock up to bat. Here's Green with the pitch. In the dirt, and we're going to not have... That's Orion. I can't get the last name. I don't want to mispronounce it. But Orion back there catching, and he's able to hold Hernandez at third. Count evens for Pollock. Here's the third, and Pollock's going to hit one hard, and that one is deep to the center fielder. It is over his head, and that's going to allow Hernandez to score, and Pollock is going in for 2, and he'll go into second with a stand-up double as Hernandez scores, and Pollock hits it for a nice 2-base hit. One down here as Green throws. That's going to be fouled off, and that's going to be Jackson Cabe coming up to bat for the gray team. Here's the wind up the pitch, and this one's outside on Jackson K with Pollock standing at second. So 2 hits thus far for the gray Arizona team. And that one's going to get by Orion, the catcher, and that's going to allow Pollock to advance to third on a pass ball. 3-1 here, bottom of the first inning. I'm not really familiar with run rules, or I know that everybody bats now in Little League, but I'm not sure on run rules. Is that's going to be swung on a miss, and that's going to Orion's going to have a bobble, but he's going to hustle back and hold Pollock at third, as there's the ball back to Green. Here's the pitch to K. Outside. Excuse me, very inside, but outside his back. Full count on the batter. Here's a payoff pitch from Green to K. Outside, and that's going to be ball 4. And K's going to go down to first with a base on balls. Runners on the corners here. And up is Tristan Pete. And here comes the windup from Green to Pete. Pete swings at strike one, and that's going to be fast ball, but that's going to allow Kay to go to second, but it's going to still hold Pollock at third. Here's the pitch from Green to Pete. Ball low. Gets by the catcher. Green shakes off the sign, delivers to Pete. Ball inside, and that's going to get by, and that's going to keep Pollock at third.
Let's go, Tristan!
As Tristan Pete's up to bat, runners on second and third, one down in the inning, working for Green. Green with the pitch. That's going to be swung on, and that's going to go right up the middle as Pete's going to get a base hit. That's going to score Pollock. On to third is going to be Kay. As Tristan Pete goes right up the middle, and that allows Riggs Pollock to score from third, and advances Jackson Kay. So we've got runners on the corners, and it looks like we're going to have a pitching change. We're going to take a break as well. This is Shola Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com.
Hey everyone, it's Joe G from Horn Auto Center on the Deuce of Clubs in Shola. Yeah, we got new cars, but we got some awesome used cars for tax time. How about a 2022 Chevy Silverado RST? It's already lifted, it's got a 6.2 and 24,000 miles. Did you get a little bit of tax money? Credit's not so good? Well, check out this 02 Nissan Xterra. This thing is in great shape. It's a manual transmission and four-wheel drive. Over here, how about a 2023 Mazda CX-50? It's equipped with a 2.5 turbo and it's all-wheel drive. You got to see the interior of this car. Over here, last but not least, we used to have them brand new, Subaru Forester, a 2020 Forester Sport, symmetrical all-wheel drive, and all the safety features of Subaru. It's Horn Auto Center on the Deuce in Sholo. Come check us out here in person or at hornauto.com. Make it a great day.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint now has 3 locations to serve you: Snowflake, Lakeside, and now Sholo. And with over 85 years combined experience in auto glass and over 40 years of combined experience in window tint, you can trust the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint with your vehicle. Call them today.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Welcome back to Shola Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com as the pitching change has been made, and Jackson Geiger comes in to do the pitching. He will inherit a first and third situation, which Tristan Pete is on first base, and he just singled right up the middle, as well as Jackson Kay, who walked and was able to get to third. So we got runners on the corners, Geiger ready to deliver. As Geiger delivers, and that one's going to be a strike to Shane Holcomb. That one's going to be strike one on Holcomb. Has a little more velocity, but Green did a great job. They just were able to hit him early on. As here's Geiger's look delivery, and that's going to be fouled off.
Good contact, Shane!
As let's see here. Holcomb, Geiger. Yep, just making sure. We got Pete on first, and we got Kay on third. Here's Geiger. Here's his delivery. Ball high. As I'm not sure, folks, I'm not sure but I believe that these are mostly 11 and 12-year-olds, so 5th and 6th grade. Some of them be going into the junior high, and for those of you who don't know, most of these young men will move on to the junior leagues in the next couple of years, and eventually most of these boys will be playing baseball for the Lobo team, and as that's going to be a pass ball, and that's going to allow Pete to get to second bases. We have a ball in on the line, and we have a ball back to the pitcher. But the Lobo baseball team having a pretty good year this year. They won their 4th region title in a row. And I'm going to dare say this on the air, but I kind of have a little special spot for the Lobo baseball team because in the 3A level, there was only 2 traditional public schools who made the quarter. One is Chrisman, who will eventually have double the enrollment of Snowflake High School, and the other one was the Snowflake Lobos. So Chrisman and Snowflake could have played for what I would like to call the public school, traditional school state championship. There's a foul ball. Oh, it's dribbled foul by Holcomb. As we have runners on the corners as Pete goes credited with the stolen base. And we still have that one down in the inning. I have been informed, although I'm pretty sure my source is pretty good, that we are on an hour and 45 time limit in between these games, or between these games. Excuse me, for the continuation games. That's going to be way outside. And it looks like we got a full count to Holcomb. Wind-up delivery, payoff pitch, and that's going to be swung at strike 3. Catcher scoops it, and that's going to go down as a K in the book for Geiger. Geiger with his first K. 2 down here as that's going to bring up number 8, Isaac Hernandez. As once again, all the players in the Little League bat. And it's a game of inclusion, shall we say, for all the players. So everybody bats, everybody gets a chance to field. That's going to be ball, and that's going to hit him as he readjusts his helmet, puts his bat, and that's going to put Hernandez on, and that's going to load the bases with a hit by a pitch. K on third, Pete on second, Hernandez, and that's going to bring up Gray Williams. Gray Williams batting from the left side of the plate, facing Geiger with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 1. Geiger looks, wind up delivery. Swung on and missed, strike 2.
Great! Look at that ball and make contact. You got there.
Hernandez on first, Pete on second, K on third. The score is 4-1, and that's going to be outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the batter, Williams. As here's the payoff. Oh, strike 3 as Gray is going to go down swinging, but not easily. Folks, we're going to go ahead and take a break. This is Shola Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Winning takes focus, preparation, and support. Keep focused on your dream career while saving thousands in tuition costs at Northland Pioneer College. We're here to support your goals and see you succeed. Visit npc.edu to see our programs. An academic advisor will get you on the right path to achieve your educational goals. Northland Pioneer College, expanding minds, transforming lives.
Welcome back to Shola Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com. As the new pitcher for the game, Jackson Geiger, is going to lead it off for the Serpientes, the gold team, and he will face Bo Bodden, who had a very good first inning, and dare I say, 1 pitch away from that evasive, immaculate inning. And that's just not something you see. That's the equivalent of a, what do they call that, a 7-10 split? Or a hole-in-one in golf. 7-10 split in bowling, for those of you not familiar with the terms. But a 7-10 split in bowling, that would be the equivalent of an immaculate inning. 9 pitches and 9 strikes. 3 strikeouts would be that. So here's Bodden set to deliver to Geiger. Geiger in the box. Geiger settles in, and he's going to swing at strike 1 for the Serpientes. Fans trickling in today. A few seats available if you want to come on down and enjoy your Monday night at the ballpark. Or you can sit back on your couch, pop in some dinner, turn on the smoker, whatever you're going to do, as that's going to be called strike two, and enjoy eye talk and watch these young men play. As Baden up, 2 strikes to no balls on the batter. As here's Geiger. Baden looks in with those eyes over the glove. Here's the pitch, the delivery outside for ball 1 to Geiger. I do want to say that I do find it kind of, I think it's kind of nice that these uniforms are all sponsored by the Arizona Diamondbacks and how they do give back to the community. As that's going to be swung on a man, it's going to be strike 3 for Geiger, and that's going to go down for out number 1 here in the second inning. And donating to these boys and girls who play these Little League games, I think they sponsor something like 50 or 60 Little Leagues. You think about all these uniforms. However, they do understand that these kids are going to have these uniforms and save them, and they possibly will. That's going to be strike 1, and we're going to have Tragan Green, the first pitcher. Tragan did a good job throwing the ball and getting it in there. The Diamondbacks, the gray team, the Arizona team, figured him out pretty quick. And so a little bit of change, putting him into Geiger, is Baden now in there to face Green. But the Diamondbacks know that as they give these uniforms, these boys are going to keep them, and the girls are going to keep them, and they're going to look to the Major League Baseball players and become future fans and go to the games and maybe spend $1 or $2 or 30 or 40 or nowadays 60 at the ball game. So appreciate the Arizona Diamondbacks and their sponsorship of Little League Baseball throughout the state of Arizona. And there's Baden with the pitch. That's going to be swung on. And that is going to be strike 3 for the second out of the inning for Tragan Green, as that's going to bring up Will Berger. Berger wearing number 8, as he's going to dig in and settle in the box, as he's going to face Baden. And here's Baden to Berger, as that's going to be swung on a miss. And there had some heat on that one from Baden. Baden to Berger. It sounds like a great quarterback tight end combo for a football game. Not looking forward to football season or anything. Here's the windup and the pitch to Baden to Berger, and that's going to be outside. Nice side by Berger, as Baden's putting a little bit of oomph on that ball to Will. As Will comes up to the plate with 2 down here in the second inning. Down 4-1. As Baden with the windup to Berger, there's the pitch, swung on, and that's fouled back, as Will got a little bit of that one. Back here to the backstop, and he's going to go down to the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here goes Baden to deliver. Berger looks in. Berger's going to swing it, but it's a drop strike, and Berger's going to go, and Berger's going to get to first base. Strikeout and a drop third strike, so that gives the Serpientes a runner. A runner 4, and that's going to bring up Connor McCleve. I'm not actually sure where Connor or Will is playing. Tragan's pitching, or Jackson's pitching. Tragan took his spot. Let's see. I'm not sure what position he's playing, but nonetheless, we got Connor McCleve up to bat for the Gold Serpientes. As there's Baden's delivery, swung on and missed, strike 1. As Berger's back in at first, Baden taking a close look over there with 2 outs in the inning. As here goes Baden, the windup delivery. That's going to be swung at, strike 2. As McCleve down 0-2 in the count with Berger on first base. As Baden takes the look over his glove. Baden winds up. He pitches, and that's going to be called strike 3 on the inning. So no runs, no hits, a man left. We go to the bottom of the 2, and it is 4-1. The gray team. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on italk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Welcome back to Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com. I'm Aaron Hewish, Mel, our production director, our technical director, in the truck, as well as RJ and Robin on the cameras, and all these guys very good at their craft. And I tell you, said this once and I'll say it many times before, is it's great to work with this good of a crew, getting these type of shots, these type of games. No matter what it is, they always take their craft very seriously, and we do the best we can. When I say we, they do the best they can to bring you the best broadcast in the White Mountains, and do the best we can to provide coverage for our youth. We thank for all our sponsors. We got Sholo Ford, Ace Hardware, Summit Healthcare, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, Deemer's Glass in Lakeside, as well as Honda Ski and Outdoor with Ace Hardware. Those are our sponsors. We appreciate them and all that they do. And the sun's poked out a little bit here as Gideon Day is going to step in to face Geiger, as there's the first pitch today, and that's going to be a ball inside here in the bottom of the second inning with the Gray up 4-1 on the Gold. As the Gray team adorning the Arizona font on the front in purple and copper, as that's going to be a strike delivered today. And the Gold team with the Serpientas across the front of their chest, representing the Diamondbacks City Connect Nike jerseys that debuted last year. As here's the wind up the pitch, and that's going to be called strike 2 on Day. As Geiger getting a little bit more comfortable out there, throwing the ball. Here's Geiger's delivery, and that one's going to be way outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Day. As the sun's going to get to a little bit of a low point in the sky and make it a little difficult for some of these hitters, but until then, it's just been a beautiful day, and that's going to be thrown inside. That's going to bring the count to full. There's the windup in the pitch, and that's going to be called strike 3 on Day for the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring us back to the top of the order where Ken Brimhall, who struck out his first time up, and waiting on deck is going to be Brigham Peterson, who had that nice little infield hit. Here's the wind up the pitch. Swung on a miss by Brimhall. One down here in the bottom of the second inning from the Silver Creek Little League Park. That's going to be inside on Brimhall. As home plate umpire decides it's time to clean her off. Appreciate the umpires and all that they do, making these games possible. As Brimhall comes in, he's going to give us a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball. As here's Brimhall in. And he's going to swing, and he's going to go down swinging for the second out of the inning, his second strikeout of the afternoon. That's going to be a foul ball, and Peterson, who had that little dribbler between no man's land between third, second, and the pitcher. As Peterson's going, and that's going to go over the head, and Peterson's going to drop another base hit on the afternoon. He's going to get a single with one out here.
When I say number, you say five. Number.
And that's going to be swung on by Bodden. Bodden hits it to the fence, and that's going to have Brimhall going to second. As we're going to get hit with a ground rule double, as Bodden ground rule doubles. That's going to send Peterson to third, and Bodden's going to go in with a ground rule double. As that's going to bring Irvin Hernandez, who tripled last time up. Irvin comes up with 2 men out and runners both in scoring position, second and third. Here's the pitch to Hernandez. Hernandez swings and gives us a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball. Here's Hernandez, runners on second and third. The delivery from Geiger as Hernandez shoots the third baseman, and that's going to allow Peterson and Bodden to both come in. As Hernandez is going to go into second, we have an overthrow at the plate, and Hernandez is going to scoot to second base. So we'll sort that out. As Hernandez is going to get a single, because that didn't technically hit the glove, but he's going to go with a throwing error to the catcher. As Riggs Pollock comes up to bat with Hernandez on third. Hernandez on second. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning as Geiger's pitching. Here's the pitch to Pollock. That's going to be inside. That's going to scoop by the catcher, and Hernandez is going to skedaddle over to third. 5-1 here. Bottom of the second inning from Silver Creek Little League Field, just off downtown Snowflake, Arizona. Geiger pitched to Pollock, inside again to Pollock, and Pollock's going to take his steps down to first base, and he is going to get a base on balls. That's going to be runners on the corners, and that's going to bring up Jackson Kay, who walked last time up and was stranded on third base. And that's going to be a ball. That's going to be hit out to left field. Fly ball to left field, right fielder isn't able to make it, and that's going to put Kay on first with a single, and that's going to move over Pollock to second base. and that's going to have Hernandez score. And we are 7-1 here as Tristan Pete, who singled up the middle last time, comes up to bat. As we get a pass ball, that's going to move Pollock to third and Kay to second. As there's the ground ball by Pete, it's through the middle, same place as last time, as it gets by the second baseman. As Pete's going to go into second, and he's going to get into second with, he's going to reach aboard on an error, but more importantly, he scores Pollock and he scores Kay, as that is the second time up to bat. Tristan Pete has put the ball in play and has reached base safely. And that is going to bring up Shane Holcomb, as that could go down as an error or a hit. As Holcomb struck out his last time up, and he is going in. As he struck out his last time up, as there's Geiger's going to pitch, and that's going to be inside, and that's going to have Pete moving over to third base. 9-1 here in the bottom of the second inning, with Shane Holcomb up to bat with 2 down here, as Geiger with 2 strikeouts on this inning. And strike 2 called on Holcomb. As that's going to be a wild pitch, as that's going to keep Pete at third base. And that's going to go down for strike 3 for Holcomb for the third out of the inning. And we're going to go ahead and take a break. This is Shola Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Hey everyone, it's Joe G from Horn Auto Center on the Deuce Clubs in Shola. Yeah, we got new cars, but we got some awesome used cars for tax time. How about a 2022 Chevy Silverado RST? It's already lifted, it's got a 6.2 and 24,000 miles. Did you get a little bit of tax money? Credit's not so good? Well, check out this 02 Nissan Xterra. This thing is in great shape. It's a manual transmission and 4-wheel drive. Over here, how about a 2023 Mazda CX-50? It's equipped with a 2.5 turbo and it's all-wheel drive. You got to see the interior of this car. Over here, last but not least, we used to have them brand new, Subaru Forester, a 2020 Forester Sport, symmetrical all-wheel drive, and all the safety features of Subaru. It's Horn Auto Center on the Deuce in Sholo. Come check us out here in person or at hornauto.com. Make it a great day.
Welcome back, Shola Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com, as Bo Bodden throws the ball in, and Bo Bodden coming into the top of the third inning with some pretty good stats. He has 5 strikeouts, and we're going to have number 88, Colt Larson, leading it off for the Serpientas, wearing gold. As that's going to be called strike 1 on Larson, the pitch from Bodden. Here's Bodden with the windup, and that's going to be ground ball to second base. And that's going to be kicked around a little bit, and that's going to allow Larson to get on first base with an error on the second baseman. And this is going to be the catcher, Orion. I cannot. Heintes? Into bat, wearing number 0, doing the catching duties as Larson aboard on an error, and that's going to be swung on and missed by Orion. And that's going to be called strike 3 for the first out of the inning, and that puts another K in the books for Baden, and that's going to bring up William Gromley for the Serpientes wearing gold. Here's the pitch to Gromley, swung on and missed, strike 1. Gromley wearing number 6. Having old Larson down there at first, so I'm trying to remember who's doing the catching duties for the gray team, keeping the ball in front, doing a good job of keeping that runner at first base. Here's Baden with another pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 2 to Gromley. On deck is Hayden Celine, and he will round out the last batter for the gold team. As here's Baden. Baden with 2 strikes on the batter, throws in. That's going to be foul ball. It's a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball as that's fouled into the street. Go get that one, kids, for your concession stand treat, whatever that may be today. As can't really see it on our broadcast, but the cottonwood remnants have decided to come across. And that's going to be swung on and missed, strike 3 for the second out of the inning, and that's going to bring up Hayden Celine. Celine, the last batter for the gold team, as everybody bats, as Baden looks in with 2 down, runner on first base. First pitch is thrown in, and that's going to be a strike.
Looking good, Bo.
Closer to the base, Hayden.
As here's the windup and the pitch from Baden. Looking on. Larson on first base. There's the pitch. And that's going to be called strike 3 for the third out of the inning. And that's going to bring the third inning to a close. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 man left as we go to the bottom of the third. The gray team 9 and the gold team 1. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint now has 3 locations to serve you: Snowflake, Lakeside, and now Sholo. And with over 85 years combined experience in auto glass and over 40 years of combined experience in window tint, you can trust the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint with your vehicle. Call them today.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Winning takes focus, preparation, and support. Keep focused on your dream career while saving thousands in tuition costs at Northland Pioneer College. We're here to support your goals and see you succeed. Visit npc.edu to see our programs. An academic advisor will get you on the right path to achieve your educational goals. Northland Pioneer College, expanding minds, transforming lives.
Welcome back, Shola Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com as Isaac Hernandez. We have Isaac and Irvin Hernandez. Isaac was left on first base last time as he was hit by a pitch as he looks at ball 1. There's the windup and delivery, and that's going to be outside for ball 2. As the breeze has picked up a little bit, what was still, as we get a timeout by manager Isaac Bodden. Come over and talk to Hernandez. As Hernandez gets hit by another pitch, and that one he kind of put his hand up to shield and it hit his hand. So nonetheless, Hernandez is ruled a hit by a pitch and he goes to first base. And that's going to bring up Gray Williams, who struck out swinging his last time up. As that's going to be, as I'm not sure we have, Hernandez is out at second base, and Coach Bodden over there explaining to him that keeps Williams up to bat. As Williams swings at another one, and that's going to be strike 3. So we have the first out of the inning, and then Gray goes down for the second out of the inning, and that's going to bring up Gideon Day for the 11th batter, the last one, and he's going to look at strike 1 coming in on him. As that's going to be ball outside to Day. And that's going to be looked at for strike 3, and that's going to go down. And that's going to be somewhat of a 1-2-3 inning as Day strikes out. As we go to the top of the 4th, 9-1 in favor of the Serpientes, the gold team. This is Shola Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Shola Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Shola Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Shola Ford has the best deal. Shola Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholaford.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Welcome back to Show Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com as we go to the top of the fourth inning, and that's going to bring up the top of the lineup for the Serpientes, the gold team, and that's going to bring up Achilles Reedhead, wearing number 9 tonight as Baden steps in. Baden with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strikeouts thus far in the 4 innings. That's going to be ball inside. As Baden looks to deliver. As Baden looks and delivers outside. And that's going to be called a ball to Reedhead. Reedhead struck out his first time up to bat. Here's the wind up the pitch spot, and that's going to be swung on by Reedhead and missed. And it's a little miss off the catcher's glove. Dribbles back here to the backstop. Beautiful evening for ball here as the little breeze sets over. The breeze blowing from my left to my right. So it's actually that prevailing wind in Snowflake, kind of a southwest to northeast direction. Not a really cold wind, but it has cooled things down a little bit. And that's going to be chipped up in the air. It's going to be bounced in front of the second baseman. He's going to field, and he's going to throw over to Pollock at first base. And I believe that's Hernandez to Pollock at first base for the first out of the inning, and that is going to be a 4-3 for the first out of the ring, and that brings up Chance McCleve. Chance struck out his first time up to bat facing Baden. And that's going to go in for strike one. And that's going to come in for strike two from Baden to McCleve.
Good job, Brigham.
As that's going to be delivered for a ball. As that's going to be called strike three on McCleve, and he's going to go down for the second out of the inning, and that's going to bring up Oscar Hernandez, who had that ball to center field his first time up and was able to get to, I believe, third base, and he scored for the sole run. Ball high, delivered by Bodden. Bodden having a pretty good evening, both at the plate as well as pitching. Apologize for a little bit of a glitchiness here. We're using a different setup this evening, and just because of the location we're at, we're trying to do our best to make sure we get these games. That's going to be a dribbler down. That's going to be fielded by Bodden. Bodden's going to have to throw hard across, and he throws, and that's going to be off to the side, and that's going to allow Hernandez to go all the way to third base. As Pollock fields the ball, Pollock now throws into Hernandez, the second baseman, and Hernandez is just going to run it in and slaps the ball to Bodden. As Hernandez is going to go down with a base hit, and we're going to have an error, unfortunately, and the ball is going to go in.
Great job.
Bodden looking set, wind up. Runner on third base. Hernandez at third base, as that's going to be thrown outside, and that's going to be Reedhead up to bat. He's the cleanup hitter. Reedhead aboard last time, but was stranded on an error by the first baseman, Pollock. And so Reedhead steps in with the delivery from Bodden. Wind up pitch, and that's dribbled. As Bodden fields it, and it's going to be no chance with the runner first, and that's going to allow Hernandez to score. So Hernandez providing some offense for his team, as consider a great job by Reedhead there, getting that ground ball and getting Hernandez the score. Heads up running by Hernandez, and that's going to bring up Houston Weber. As Reedhead hits first base there, he's actually going to be credited with the hit. Reedhead gets on first base, and then he wastes no time at all going home, as we're going to have time as home plate umpire is going to clean off the plate. And Reedhead, he was, I believe the rule in Little League is when it leaves their hand. And so he timed that about as perfect as you can be, because there was not even a throw attempted by the catcher. As Reedhead steps in facing Weber, who struck out last time. Weber swings, and that's going to be a 1-on-1 count. Even it up. 1 ball, 1 strike for the Serpientes. Or for Bodden. As he goes to steal third base, and that's going to be strike 3 on the batter. And so that's going to be the third out of the inning, so that's going to strand one. So 1 hit, 1 error, 1 man left as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. The score is 9-2 in favor of the Gray Team. This is Shola Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com.
Hey everyone, it's Joe G from Horn Auto Center on the Deuce Clubs in Shola. Yeah, we got new cars, but we got some awesome used cars for tax time. How about a 2022 Chevy Silverado RST? It's already lifted, it's got a 6.2 and 24,000 miles. Did you get a little bit of tax money? Credit's not so good? Well, check out this 02 Nissan Xterra. This thing is in great shape. It's a manual transmission and 4-wheel drive. Over here, how about a 2023 Mazda CX-50? It's equipped with a 2.5 turbo and it's all-wheel drive. You got to see the interior of this car. Over here, last but not least, we used to have them brand new, Subaru Forester, a 2020 Forester Sport, symmetrical all-wheel drive, and all the safety features of Subaru. It's Horn Auto Center on the Deuce in Sholo. Come check us out here in person or at hornauto.com. Make it a great day.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint now has 3 locations to serve you: Snowflake, Lakeside, and now Show Low. And with over 85 years combined experience in auto glass and over 40 years of combined experience in window tint, you can trust the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint with your vehicle. Call them today.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Welcome back to Show Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com as Geiger taking his pitches here into the bottom of the 4th inning, and I believe that Brimhall is going to come up. Kenton's going to come up here in the bottom of the 4th inning with a 9-2 lead for the gray team. As there's the pitch from Geiger, and that's going to be foul ball down the third base line, as that was a real inside pitch. Kenton taking every advantage and pulling that to the inside down the third base line, very close to a fair ball, but that's just a long strike for the pitcher. Here's Brimhall up to bat. There's the windup, the pitch, inside pitch again, fouled off. That's a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass foul ball. Back to the screen for Brimhall as Geiger has him down 0-2 really quick to start this 4th inning. Geiger working very fast. There's the pitch of Brimhall. Ball high to Brimhall.
Good eye. Come on, little Shum. You got this.
Hey, Kenton, keep your head up.
As that's going to be a quick out first base, as Brimhall's going to go down for the first out of the inning. And that's going to bring up Brigham. That was Peterson. I have my numbers off, I think, folks. I am not sure where I'm at. So that's going to be the first out of the inning. That's going to go down. We're going to have Bo. That was Peterson. So Bo Bodden comes up to bat. He's got an error on the shortstop, but it was a hard hit ball as well as a double. And that was a ground rule double to left center. So here's Bodden. As Bodden, shortstop, Bodden slips out of the box. Ball fielded by the shortstop, thrown way over for a great play at shortstop. That's going to go down 6-3, and that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. And so we're going to have no hits, no runs, no one left as we go to the top of the 5th inning. The score is 9-2 in favor of the gray team. This is Show Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Show Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, Show Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Show Ford has the best deal. Show Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at ShowFord.com.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Winning takes focus, preparation, and support. Keep focused on your dream career while saving thousands in tuition costs at Northland Pioneer College. We're here to support your goals and see you succeed. Visit npc.edu to see our programs. An academic advisor will get you on the right path to achieve your educational goals. Northland Pioneer College, expanding minds, transforming lives.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? Sholo Ford. That's right, not only do they sell it, Sholo Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. Sholo Ford has the best deal. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Welcome back to Sholo Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on italk1067.com as we have a new pitcher for the Gray team, and I believe, is that Brimhall or Peterson? It's number 28. I believe that is Peterson. Let's see. That I don't know for sure because that is Kenton Brimhall now pitching for the Gray team, as they're still warming up, getting a new pitcher in. And I believe the run rule is 8 after 5, so the Gold team's going to need to get something going here. Is 6:20 is what I have on the clock, so this game's an hour and 20 minutes old currently. This is Geiger up to bat. Sholo Ford's presentation for Little League Baseball on italk1067.com as Geiger swings and misses. Geiger struck out his first time up back in the first inning. Or was it the first? No, it was the second inning. First out of the second inning, as that's the delivery from Brimhall. Ball high. As Geiger doing a great job of keeping some of these Gray off balance, some of the Gray team, as there's a windup in the pitch from Brimhall. Kind of got that, and that's going to be called a strike too, as Brimhall has a little bit of that.
One more, bring it.
As Brimhall has that slow leg lift windup, that's going to go strike 3, and that's going to be dropped as the catcher fields it, and we're going to have a throw to first, and Pollock is going to step on the bag, and that's going to go down as a strikeout for the first out of the inning for Geiger here in the 5th inning. That's going to be strike 1 on. This is Tragan Green.
Look good, Kenton. Look good. Bring it again.
Green struck out his first time up for the Serpientas. As Brimhall looks a little bit chillier than when we started this game, as that's going to be, I believe that's going to be hit, and that's going to allow Green to go to first base, and he's going to get on first base with a base on balls for the Serpientas, as that's going to bring up Will Berger. Will Berger struck out his last time up. However, he reached a board on that drop third strike, as we get a nice shot of Kenton Brimhall there, the pitcher. Kenton has one of those very fundamental windups where he has that leg, he plants, and then he comes forward, as there's a pitch to Berger, and that's going to be inside, and that's going to be a pass ball, and Green's going to motor his way to second base. As the sun just went behind that cloud, so our monitor's showing up a little bit dark. Probably going to need to get these lights on in the next little bit. There is a nightcap. We're going to move forward to a night game after this one. As there's the windup from Brimhall, the pitch to Berger. Berger swings, and that's going to be in there for a base hit. As Berger gets the ball between third base and shortstop, and it's going to go, and he's going to have his first hit of the game, and that's going to advance Green to third, and that's going to bring up McCleve with 2 on and 1 out. Berger on first base, runners on the corners. McCleve striking out, looking his last for the third out in that second inning. Ball outside, and there goes Berger to second base. First and third situation on. Shortstop Bodden tells him to hold. So now we have runners at second and third. So a little bit of contact might score one here for the Serpientes. That's going to go in there for a strike on McCleve. Here's the windup from Brimhall, the pitch to McCleve, ball high, and that's going to go off the catcher's glove, off the umpire's mask, and runners are going to stay put where they're at.
Hey, batter, you got to get out of the box if there's going to be a play at the plate, okay? Okay, son, do your job, throw strikes. Come on, Summer.
And he's going to try to score home, and that's going to go in, and there's going to be a tag out. I didn't think that Green was going to try to make that home, and that's going to go down as a 2-1 for the second out of the inning. I didn't think Green was going to push that home, but he did, and that allowed Brimhall to come over and cover, and nice job by the catcher. And let me see who the catcher is. Is that... I still didn't get a number. I believe that is... catcher. We're just going to call catcher. Did a great job. As here's the pitch from Brimhall, and that's going to be a strike 2 on McCleve as Berger advanced to third on that.
One more. Fire it in there.
And so Brimhall to McCleve, pitch, and that's going to be strike 3, and that's going to be a drop third strike, and it's going to go. And Berger gets across, but it's the force out at first, allows it to be. So McCleve goes down for the third out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, couple of errors, 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. The score is 9-2 in favor of the gray team. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school or Little League softball on italk1067.com.
You've been there waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so we can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Hey everyone, it's Joe G from Horn Auto Center on the Deuce Clubs in Shola. Yeah, we got new cars, but we got some awesome used cars for tax time. How about a 2022 Chevy Silverado RST? It's already lifted, it's got a 6.2 and 24,000 miles. Did you get a little bit of tax money? Credit's not so good? Well, check out this 02 Nissan Xterra. This thing is in great shape. It's a manual transmission and 4-wheel drive. Over here, how about a 2023 Mazda CX-50? It's equipped with a 2.5 turbo and it's all-wheel drive. You got to see the interior of this car. Over here, last but not least, we used to have them brand new, Subaru Forester, a 2020 Forester Sport, symmetrical all-wheel drive, and all the safety features of Subaru. It's Horn Auto Center on the Deuce in Sholo. Come check us out. here in person or at hornauto.com. Make it a great day.
Welcome back to Shola Ford's presentation of Little League Baseball on italk1067.com as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, and we've got a little bit of a chirping about a mercy rule and something like that, but we're not sure, so we're going to play this inning out and see what happens. But as we watch Irvin Hernandez, who has tripled and singled and scored both times he's up, we would like to thank our sponsors, Summit Healthcare, Ace Hardware, Deemer's Glass, Honda Ski and Outdoor, as Irvin gets hit by a pitch, and he's going to go down to first base with a hit by a pitch in the book. Deemer's Glass, as well as Ace Hardware, and I'm not sure, Honda Ski and Outdoor, making sure we got them all. Those are our sponsors bringing this game. As Riggs Pollock, the first baseman, steps in, Riggs looks at strike one. As Hernandez takes a little bit of a lead off after that pitch and scurries back very quickly. As Pollock swings and fouls it back, that's going to be strike 2 on Pollock. With Hernandez on first, nobody out here. And the bottom of the 5th inning here from Silver Creek Little League Park, as the sun just comes out behind the cloud, wind, breeze, I wouldn't call it a wind, breeze picks up. As Pollock steps in, Pollock look, ball outside and low to Pollock. As Jackson Geiger still doing the pitching duties for the Gold team. As I adjust my hat brim down here. And Pollock swings strike 3. First base is occupied, so he is out. So Pollock is going to go down with a K, swinging for the first out of the inning, but that's going to advance Hernandez to second base. As the drop third strike rule is still a little bit new to some of these kids in Little League, when it's occupied, when it's safe to go, if there's 2 outs, even if the bases are loaded. I've actually seen a game won on a walk-off drop third strike where the bases were loaded, there was 2 down, as that's going to be a pass ball, and that's going to allow Hernandez to get to third base. Bases were loaded, it was extra innings, the score was tied, and the catcher missed a third strike, so the runner broke for first as the batter, and the runner on third broke and scored before they got the runner out. All she had to do was touch the plate, but they tried to make the throw, and throw was late at first, runner crossed, and the game was over. So an extra inning ball game won by a walk-off, dropped third strike. So it's a little difficult. These boys trying to pick up some of the rules that they'll use as they move on to bigger things after Little League Baseball. As looks at another ball, and I believe that they're calling 2 balls and 2 strikes on Jackson K coming up to bat. I'm not positive on that count. As here's Geiger. Geiger looks, and that's going to be called strike 3 on Jackson K. That's going to be the second out of the inning, and that's going to bring up Tristan Pete. Tristan Pete, let's talk about Tristan Pete. Single, reached on an error, but it could have been a base. I mean, it could have easily gone in the book as a base hit. So he's essentially, and here he goes again. Tristan Pete puts contact on the ball, and that's going to allow Hernandez to score, and the teams are coming out like that is possibly the 8-run mercy rule that we've heard about. So Tristan Pete gets credited with the base hit, as we're going to have ourselves a 10-2 final here as the Gray Diamondbacks defeat the Gold Serpientes here at Silver Creek Park. We're going to go quick to our Honda Ski and Outdoor post-game show, and our drive of the game, or we're going to go our Honda Ski and Outdoor. First thing we're going to talk about is our Horn Auto Center drive of the game, and that, drive of the game, hit of the game, drive is going to be Bo Bodden's ground rule double, and Bo Bodden with a fantastic job as our Horn Auto Center drive of the game. And we're going to have to go with our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Is it player of the game? Not Mobile Auto Glass or foul balls. Do you have a player? Our Honda Ski and Outdoor player of the game is going to be none other than Bo Bodden, who was credited with that ground rule double. But Bodden on the day, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 strikeouts for Bo Bodden, and he is going to be our Honda Ski and Outdoor player of the game. So I can tally up the hits. It looks like the Gold team had 3 hits, and the gray team had 5, 6. Looks like 6 or 7, unofficial, of course, as we are going to come back and bring you a nightcap, folks. The final score from Silver Creek Little League Park is the gray Diamondbacks 10 and the gold Serpientes 2. Come back at 7 o'clock for our nightcap. I'm Aaron Hewish, along for Mel in the truck, Robin and RJ on the cameras. Thank you, and we'll see you in a little bit.
This has been Sholo Ford's presentation of local sports on iTalk 1067 KNKI Pine Top and iTalk1067.com. Brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Summit Regional Medical Center, Horn Auto Center, and Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. This broadcast has been a copyrighted production of iTalk 1067 and Country Mountain Airwaves, a Kopaniki communications station. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of iTalk 1067 or Country Mountain Airwaves is strictly prohibited. For more information on this game and other games around the region, go to iTalk1067.com.